Hello children, hope you all must be safe and doing well. So children, today we are going to start our chapter 2, measurement. Clear? Children, today I will give you a simple introduction of measurement, and after that we will discuss the exercise of chapter 1. So children, let's continue our chapter measurement. Children, measurement is the basic of science and it plays an important role in our daily life. We have to measure space, time, distance and many other things which we do come across every day. For example, at what time should you get up? At what time you start to go to school? These questions are related to time. We have to measure the time. And if we ask how far is railway station from your house, how far is your school from your house, so these questions are related to distance. We have to measure the distance to answer these questions. Similarly, if we have to buy vegetables, fruit, sugar, etc. from the market, then we have to measure the mass. And if someone falls sick, then doctor measures his body temperature. Similarly, if we have to buy oil, milk, etc., then we have to measure the volume. So measurement is a very important part of our daily life. Now, how can we define measurement? We can define measurement. Measurement is a process of comparing an object with a standard unit of measurement. For example, if I ask how far is railway station from your house, then you won't say it is 12 from our house. Okay, you will say railway station is 12 kilometer far from our house. Now this is the complete answer. This is the complete measurement, 12 kilometer. It shows we are measuring the distance. So this is what we said. Measurement is a process of comparing an object with a standard unit of measurement. So here 12 is quantity and this is the unit of measurement which completes its sense. Okay, if we buy rice, we won't say कि I want 5 rice. What I will say, I want 5 kilogram rice. So this is the quantity and this is the unit of measurement. Okay, here we are measuring the mass. Now children, our next point is need of measurement. Children, if we go to the tailor for the stitching of a new dress, is it possible for him to stitch that dress without a measurement, without taking a measurement? Can he make that dress with an idea only? No. If he will get an idea only, then we might get an oversized dress or it might not be of our size. Okay. So measurement is very important for that. He must take our measurement with the help of measuring tape. So now we can describe the need of measurement by saying that without any actual measurement, one cannot make a correct judgment about the length, area, volume, mass and temperature. A wild guess may give an entirely incorrect answer or result to us. Now our next point is units of measurement. Okay. Now any quantity like mass, length, time, temperature, these are, if these quantities that can be measured is called physical quantities. Okay, note down, this is important. What are physical quantities? Mass, length, time, temperature, any quantity that can be measured is known as physical quantity. Okay, but these quantities have to be measured with respect to some fixed quantities which are known as units. Clear? For example, if we are measuring mass, then we use a fixed quantity that is known as unit, like 5 kilogram. This is the unit. Okay. If we are measuring the length, then we will take the unit kilometer, meter, whatever is there. Okay. Then time, second, hours, minutes, and temperature, Kelvin, Celsius, Fahrenheit, like this only. So these quantities have to be measured with respect to some fixed quantities which are known as units. Now our next point is need of standard units of measurement. Okay, a unit of measurement which has a fixed value is called a standard unit of measurement. Children, to measure physical quantities was a problem in the past. People used hand span. This is called hand span. Distance from thumb to this little finger. This is hand span. So people used hand span, cubit. Cubit is the distance from the elbow to the tip of the middle finger. This distance is known as cubit. Okay, so people used hand span, cubit, yard, and this type of other things to measure different parameters. Okay, but these all were unreliable. Today also these all are unreliable because body parts are different. They vary from person to person. The length of my hand span will be different from yours. Okay, the length of my cubit will be different from yours. So if we measure like this, it will create a confusion. So to avoid confusion among the people, need for fixed unit is felt, and scientists introduce some standard units to maintain the uniformity of measurement. So children, we can say it is necessary to have standard units of measurement for the sake of uniformity in measurement. Okay, so this is the need of standard unit of measurement. So children, this much we will do in this chapter today, and now we will discuss the exercises of chapter 1 which you got in home assignment 1 and 2. So children, I hope you all are having this physics book with you, and today we are going to solve objective type questions of chapter 1 given on page number 18 in your book. And I know many of you have done these questions, but still I would request kindly match your answers with this, and if any correction is needed, do it in your book. So children, on page number 18 objective type questions are there. Here question 1 is which of the following is not a fluid. Here you will tick the option C, that is chalk, because chalk is not a fluid. Now question number 2, which of the following have a definite shape. So you all know solids have definite shape. Option A is correct. Now cotton is a solid. Option A is correct. Now question 4, which of the following is correct for gases. You will correct the option C, gases are often invisible. Now question 5, they have weakest intermolecular forces. Yes, option C is correct, gases. Okay, now question B, fill in the blanks. So here is the first one. Empedocles held that all matter is made up of 4 elements: earth, air, fire and water. Now second one, liquids flow and take the shape of the container into which they are poured. Third, any matter that can flow is called fluid. Fourth, we do not notice gases because they are mostly invisible. Now fifth one is there are some forces of attraction that exist between the particles of matter which are called interparticle forces. Sixth one is a solid cannot be compressed much because its particles are already very closely packed and there are hardly any spaces between them. Now question C is write T for true and F for false statement. First one is atoms of different elements have different properties. Yes, this is true. Second, different solids have same properties. This is false. Now third one is liquids and solids are also called fluids. This is false because solids are not called fluids. Fourth one, generally a container is said to be empty when it does not have any solid or liquid. Yes, this is true. Now fifth one, the particles in solids cannot move from one position to another. Yes, this is true. Now sixth, a gas cannot be compressed easily because its particles are far apart and there are large spaces between them. This is false. Now next one is match the columns. First one is they have a definite shape and a definite volume. They are solids. You will match with solid. Second, they do not have a definite shape and a definite volume. This is gases. You will match it with gases. Third one, they flow in all directions. Yes, this is again gases. You will match it with gases. Fourth, they do not have a fixed shape. They take the shape of the container. You will match it with the liquids. Now fifth one is they can be rigid or flexible and hard or soft. You will match it with the solids. Now next one is name the following. A solid that can be compressed. You will write sponge. Okay, any other example also you can write. Now second one, a solid that can be cut easily by knife, rubber. Okay. Now third one, a solid that can be broken easily, chalk. A hard solid, wood. A solid that can be stretched, rubber band. Okay, these are the answers. Okay, if you know the other example, you can give other example also. So children, this much for today. Till our next video, be safe, stay at home, and most important, be regular in your assignments. Thank you and bye-bye.